Welcome to PodApplaud, the Monday through Friday podcast that aims to enable your podcast habit. I'm your host, Seb, and today we're going to take a look at the podcast, Why Is That? Why Is That is a history podcast that examines the origins of basically anything you might find yourself asking, why is that a thing? Why is that an idea? Or why is that, well, whatever. There are currently 30 episodes, one of which is an intro episode that usually end up being about half an hour long. If you get caught up on the backlog, you can expect a new episode every 2 weeks. Have you ever noticed that we're always asking, why is that? And not, how is that? Cue the sad music. Anyway, I like Why Is That because our host, Travis, just pumps well-researched information straight into our brain space. There are not really any bells or whistles, perhaps a sound cue here or there, mostly just at the beginning of an episode. But otherwise, this is a brain builder in which the entertainment comes directly from learning more about something interesting or learning something entirely new. The delivery is flat and smooth, like my podcast, except maybe better. I'm not exactly sure how Travis does it. I feel like if you gave me or many others the same script, you would not get a podcast nearly as intriguing. Somehow, Travis really captures the attention across a wide swath of subject matter, an encompassing telling of Hawaii's history, the origin stories of chopsticks, where the word dude came from, and exactly why the middle finger has become our favorite offender of choice. All these topics and more find themselves presented in the Why Is That podcast. The podcast feels very much like one of those snarky educational YouTube videos that lean heavily on their erratic animation to hold the attention of a society that has become more and more distant from good old book learning. Obviously, as a podcast, this lacks the animation. Travis also ditches the tongue-in-cheek attitude in favor of a more scholastic approach. Yet, I still feel like there is a similarity in tone or structure that I cannot quite put my finger on. This will be another podcast for me, in which episodes that cover topics I want to learn about, I will download and binge instantly, while episodes that don't capture my attention, I will be unlikely to touch. It must be said that the topics are a veritable mixed bag, and a large portion of them definitely do intrigue me. When I do finish an episode, I'm very satisfied. By limiting the focus to a single idea or examination of origin, the show manages to be incredibly thorough with just a half an hour of runtime. Travis also often points you in a specific direction to find more information if you do have that yearning for yet even more depth. This is a really solid show that gets historical and informative without feeling too dry or stuffy. Okay, here on PodApplaud, I rate shows on a 1 to 5 scale. 1 is silence, 2 is a slow clap, 3 is applause, 4 is a round of applause, and 5, of course, is a standing ovation. I'd give Why Is That a 4 out of 5. There is just a little lacking of that special quality that makes you crave listening to every episode. But the show remains rock solid. I will continue listening beyond this review to any episode covering an intriguing topic. This podcast is for you if you crave learning, if you prefer the company of people who you can learn from, Your time will be well spent with Travis and his show. That's been the show for today. I hope you found it valuable. If you wish to reach out to me, you can find me on Twitter at PodApplaud or send an email to podapplaud@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and please tune in again.